So today is a momentous day, and I guess the first page to a new chapter in the life of myself and my family. I just signed a contract to purchase a new farm. Where I'm standing right now will eventually be the home my family and I live in. We have some long-term plans, but for the short term, we're gonna eventually build here and live here. So I'm really excited, and literally I'm standing on what's gonna be the footprint of our home. And as you look around, you can see that it currently looks like a tornado ripped through here, and it didn't. That's the loggers. And I know so many people shy away from timbered over ground. This property's been being cut over for several years, and I mean they just ripped it apart. But I'm a wildlife manager, and I know what I can do with this, and that's what this entire series of videos is going to be about. I can't start doing anything yet because I don't own it. Oh, it's early January and we're set to close mid-March, so obviously I don't have pockets deep enough to pay cash for this. So we're borrowing the money. Loan is in process, contract's being drafted up. We'll close in about 60 days. So I want to carry you guys through that entire process. Now, I'm probably not going to publish these videos for several months until I own it and I'm in here doing work, because I want the videos to come pretty quick. I know people will lose interest if I don't get these things out pretty quickly. So I want to try to do daily videos, or not daily, but weekly videos at least, as I'm turning this property into what will eventually be my home and my dream hunting property. It's just under 260 acres. And some people are gonna say, man, that's not big enough to manage. And some people are gonna say, wow, that's a giant piece of property. And I know a lot of people that manage smaller tracts. It's always been my dream to own about 300 acres, and this may be as close as I ever get to that. And I'm okay with that. 257, 258 acres, that's a substantial piece of ground. You can do a lot on it. So let's talk about what that property consists of currently. So on that 257 acres, and I'm really hoping the wind is not bothering the video here because it's getting kind of windy up on the ridge here. That 257 acres consists of about 30 acres of cropland, and then all the rest of it is cut over timber. And again, like I said, they cut it really hard. Was a lot of mature timber in here. They didn't leave a whole lot. They did leave this one big beautiful white oak, which is going to be in my front yard someday. We'll get over here and show you that big white oak tree here, and trying to come up with a name for the property. And I've thought about maybe White Oak Hill or the Oak Hill Farm or something like that. We're up on the hill, and that big oak there is right behind me. But who knows? I don't know. Maybe in the comments below, you guys give me some names, and as we progress through the design and the layout of this property, maybe you guys will have some more ideas. So feel free to comment below. Lots of acorns under this tree here, so I'm looking forward to someday maybe looking out my window here and having deer feeding under this oak tree. Man, gives me chills just thinking about it. So as I walk down the road, what we're going to do, we're going to expand this crop field. There's about 20 acres here, and my end goal is to have about 60 acres. There's 20 acres in this field, and my end goal is to have about 60 to 70 acres of cropland here, and it lays real nice. I'm really surprised someone hasn't cleared it in the past. So it lays real nice. So we're going to be pushing out about 40 to 50 acres of additional cropland, so that one, I'll have the income from that. Two, I've always wanted to own farmland. I mean, farmers feed our world, and I've always wanted to be a part of that. Now, in all likelihood, I'm not going to be a farmer. I'm gonna be a deer farmer, but I'll rent out the cropland to a local farmer. That in itself is very exciting to me, because I never thought I would own cropland, and here very soon I will be a cropland owner. Walking by, there's lots of deer tracks here leading up to the edge of the crop field. But this right here where I'm standing will be cropland, probably by next spring. I'm hoping by next spring I'll have all this cleared out and the farmer can be planting this. So I'm giving myself one year to get that done, get it all cleaned up, and probably get a cover crop on it the first year, and then have him come in and start farming it after that. So another nice white oak here on the edge of the field that unfortunately will probably get pushed away. Maybe not. Maybe just depends on how we we carved this out. We may leave that standing. Lots of acorns under it as well. And now I'm out into the crop field. It's a pretty good sized field. You know, it's going to look really big on this wide angle GoPro camera. A fair amount of deer sign in here. I know this field has fed the deer all summer long, and again, with my house right up on the hill, it'll be pretty awesome to look out and see this just out my front yard and be able to watch the deer feeding in the evenings through binoculars right basically in my front yard. So lots of big plans. Don't know how long it'll take to get a finished product, but we'll get started on it day one. And I hope you guys are going to join me throughout the whole process. I'm going to highlight all of the land improvements that we do, everything from clearing this crops, how we are clearing for the crops, how we do that, to doing some controlled burns. I want a lot of this stuff that's been clear cut, I want to burn it and reset the regeneration. I want some early successional habitat along the edges of my food plot, or along the edge of the crop field rather. And of course I'll clear some food plots, and you know, we'll have blinds and stands, and you know, I'll run feeders here. I want to just turn it into a wildlife haven for me and my family and friends, my really close friends. So if you just happen to be on the outskirts of that, don't call me asking for a spot hunt. but anyway, yeah, this little tree line I'm walking down right now, this'll all be gone. It's an old farm fence line right here that didn't have any marketable timber in it, but we'll push all that out, and this will all be cropland for quite a ways up there until you start seeing the elevation go up. I want to get over and show you where my lake is going to be. I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to kind of ramble on until I get over here by the lake, but let me back up. What will eventually be my lake. It should measure about 3 acres, and some people are going to say that's a pond. Whatever, you know, call it what you may. It doesn't matter to me. I've always wanted to be able to walk out my front door with a rod and reel, take my kids or future grandkids or nieces and nephews and catch some big fish right out of my own fishing hole. And I would say within the next 2 years, that's going to be a reality. So as we're clearing the timber around the edges of this field to enlarge the crop field, we're going to go ahead and build the lake at the same time. This right here will kind of be this little draw right here. You see where the woods are? This will kind of be the head of the lake right here. There's already a little pond in here, just a little small, not much more than a mud hole, but there's already some water in here. And what I'm going to do is probably leave some of these trees around the edges on the upper end. Slip back in here in the woods here so you can kind of get a feel for it. So as you can see here, so this pond right here is going to end up being about, I don't know, like I say, 2-3 acres, maybe 3.5 acres. That dam will be busted out and the dam will be pushed way on back down in the draw for a nice big pond. I was going to take you over here on the dam of what is the current pond and kind of show you there what we got going on over here. So where I'm at right now will be water. I'm kind of walking downhill. We'll kind of dig this out some, get down to the clay, and make this nice and deep in here. I don't know how far down we'll have to go. I'm guessing 2 or 3 feet to get down to good clay. Man, there's a lot of deer tracks crossing right here. My dam will eventually be right down here behind me. I don't know, 100 yards or so, maybe a little bit further than that. And all of this, I will be standing in what will probably be 10 or 12 feet of water, hopefully a year from today. Lots of big plans for this. Hopefully this will be video 1 of a lifetime of videos to come from this property. Hopefully you'll share this video with your friends and family if you're as excited about this as I am. Please subscribe. If you're seeing this for the first time, click that subscribe button and like and comment. Tell me what you think. If you got any ideas, I'll finish off the video with a map of the property that's going to show contour lines of how the property is. It's one, I didn't mention a couple of big important things. So it's a big ridge. My house is going to be kind of up on the ridge. The crop fields are mainly up on top. There are some fields down in the bottom, and there's 2 creeks, 2 real nice creeks. One that dissects right through the middle of the property, and another one that kind of cuts across the corner. Water's pretty important, and Between the lake and the creeks, I'll have lots and lots of water. Between the crops and the early succession habitat we're going to develop, we're going to have lots of food. From a hunting standpoint, I've got multiple access points. I've got an access point kind of on the southeast corner, about middle on the east side, and then from the north as well. 2 access points actually on the north, so 4 access points to get in here, which if you're looking for hunting property, you know, a lot of farms only have one way in, one way out. That can make hunting and hunting smart very difficult. That's kind of the breakdown. As I was saying earlier, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. If it's something you like, comment below with any kind of things you'd like me to really document a little closer. Would love to build a community around this property. You guys watching the videos and learning about the things that I'm doing here, and maybe learn things that you can do to apply to your own property, or maybe even learn how to purchase your own property. I'm a real estate agent, and I specialize in selling these kind of properties. I also own a habitat company that specializes in taking these old rough, ignored, or abused properties and turning them into your dream property. So maybe you can get some ideas from here and do it on your own. Maybe you can get some ideas here and give us a call, and we'll tell you how we can help you get it done. Anyway, that's the end of the first video on the new property. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys stay safe and God bless.